Hi guys, welcome to another video in my car. I wanted to create this video for a few days now, but I finally got the chance, and this topic is about sexuality and spirituality. Now, as you all know, sexuality is a very taboo topic. It is forbidden, and it's basically controversial for a reason. It's because sexuality and sexual energy has been highly controlled. So I want to talk about that, why that is, and what it entails, and why human beings have suffered so much because of this lack of being able to experience their sexual energy, and how it all relates to a spiritual seeker or someone on the spiritual path or any path of growth. Now, first of all, as many of you know, sexuality is a very taboo topic for a reason. Because it has been highly controlled by the forces of control, systems of control, like religions and governments and groups that have wanted to dominate the sexual energy within a human being, meaning control how they experience it, how they express it, whether they explore it or not. They have wanted to put a very constrictive level of control on human beings in this regard, because they don't want human beings to be able to experience the pleasure that is God-given, that is within their own bodies and available to them right now, right here, for free, without any sort of challenge or without any sort of conflict. It's available to them. It's at their disposal. Systems of control have not wanted human beings to know about this, to experience this. Why? A human being who is able to experience this powerful energy within their bodies, which is sexual energy, and experience sexual pleasure, that human being is not going to be easily controlled, cannot be controlled, because they are feeling good, they are feeling happy, they are feeling free within their bodies. It's not easy to control that person's mind and behavior and have them obey and have them comply and have them be weak. They're healthy and they're happy and they're able to think for themselves, and that's what systems of control don't want. They don't want you to be healthy and happy and free. They want you to be sick. They want you to be dependent. They want you to be weak. They want you to depend on them, to give your power to them, to give your power away, so that they can tell you what to do, and they can have you be in fear and afraid of basically anything that's good for you. They want you to be afraid of. Because if they can have you be in fear, you're easily controllable and you're easily manipulated. So this is why sexual energy has been so highly controlled. Not because it's bad, or because God doesn't want you to have it, or because God didn't create it, the devil created it. These are all false ideas and stories told by these systems of control in order to make you believe that sexual energy and the sexual experience is sinful, shameful, bad. It's fearful. It's something that's going to make you sick, or make you a deviant person, or make you a bad person. These are all stories told by the systems of control to make you believe their story. Now, it's very tragic that a lot of human beings on this planet live with that fear and those beliefs. They hold on to these ideas of shame, of pleasure is bad. This sexual pleasure is not something that's made by God. They believe that. And a lot of times, even people who are like married or who are allowed by society to experience sexual pleasure are afraid to experience it because they're still carrying those beliefs. They're carrying those beliefs that this is bad, this is wrong, this is shameful. He shouldn't see my body. She shouldn't see. There's this shame around the human body and around sexual pleasure. So even when people get married, or they're in a matrimony, they're in a situation where they're allowed to experience it, they're not able to experience the pleasure in a happy, free, healthy way. Maybe they can stimulate each other or have an experience, but they're not able to experience the heights of pleasure that come with sexual energy, that come from this experience, because of the beliefs they're carrying. So the beliefs that we carry, and we all carry this, it's not just something that's in one part of the world or certain people. All of us have been affected by this, because these systems of control are everywhere. They're in every religion, they're in every political group or government. They're not just belonging to one area. So all of us, we are citizens of the world. We have all been affected by these beliefs. We are all carrying these beliefs in our DNA to different levels, to different degrees. All of us are not carrying it to the same degree. Some of us have freed ourselves to the extent where we can experience this in a healthy and wholesome way. But many of us have not healed ourselves, are still carrying these beliefs, and still suffer with those thoughts of shame, and still have a limit of how much pleasure we can experience because of this, because of the blockages in our body, because the guilt and the pain, the thoughts of shame that we hold on to, that are held in our bodies, are like blocks. They don't allow us to experience heights of pleasure, the pleasure that we're capable of experiencing. So this affects us deeply. There's such deep stemmed beliefs that we carry within us, and the effects of it are disastrous, in my opinion. Now, for a spiritual seeker, and not just a spiritual seeker, for anyone, but especially for a spiritual seeker, it is so necessary that they understand what sexual energy is and how to handle it properly, and to understand the value of it, and to use it for growth, for their spiritual growth. How? As I said earlier, sexual energy is one of the most powerful energies in the human body. And just like it can drive you to experience heights of pleasure, it can drive you to experience change within your body. So if you're trying, because a spiritual seeker is always trying to change things, right? In their body, in their experience, they want to improve their mental health, improve their emotional health, improve their spiritual health, their spiritual connection with God. Anything that you're trying to improve and grow and evolve, sexual energy, your sexual energy and the sexual pleasure that you experience within your body is going to help you do that a lot faster and in a beautiful and healthy way. Why is that? Because we're talking about sexual pleasure. Sexual pleasure is an experience that it has this beautiful science behind it that I'm not going to be able to describe because I'm not a scientist, but I have studied science, and I do understand it to a certain extent. When you experience pleasure, sexual pleasure, the blood flow within your body, the neurons that fire in your brain, the hormones that get secreted, all of these create this beautiful concoction, this beautiful catalyst in your body to drive change. So anything you're working on, anything you're trying to improve, this energy is like a creative energy. It's going to make it happen faster and in a more powerful way. As long as you know how to use it in a healthy, positive way that's helping you, not that's making you sick or making you weak or making you feel unhappy. For example, if you are being used sexually and that's not a good situation for you, that's not going to help you grow. That's not going to help you progress on your spiritual path. If you are doing something harmful sexually to someone else, something against their will or something inappropriate, that's not going to help you on your spiritual path. That's going to work against you. That's creating bad karma, and anything negative that you do in your life, you're going to have to pay for. Every negative action has a negative consequence, and no one can get away with the negativity and the harm that they do to another without facing the consequences. So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about using it in a healthy, wholesome way, which is helping you heal and grow and change and evolve. For a spiritual seeker, this is really, really important to understand so that they can understand the value of sexual energy and respect it and use it to their benefit and grow and evolve to higher levels and experience pleasure to higher levels, because all of this is helping them get closer and closer to their goals on their path. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any more questions or any questions at all. And I hope to post more on YouTube. This is my first video after a long time because I have posted on Instagram for quite a while. I've just been used to Instagram, which is why I'm posting there, but I don't think that's the right platform for these videos because most of my followers on there just watch my they follow that account for pictures. They're hoping to see pictures of me as I have posted in the past, but now that I've changed my content into more educational content, a lot of them are not interested, but they're still hanging around. So I'm going to switch to YouTube, and I hope that here it helps more people, or people who are actually interested in this content can watch these videos. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I love you, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.